Are we live? I think we're good. Give everybody a second to hop on. Does anybody else, when they wear their glasses, get like a red mark on their nose? Like, I hate it. Like, why? Why? I don't know. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having an awesome Monday. I wanted to make this live video for a really long time. Live video, it doesn't really matter. Video. Talking about something. Obviously, you saw the title and you're probably like, oh my god, what? Or maybe you're like, I don't care at all, you know. Whoa, there's a lot of people on. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I guess maybe it's the title. So I wanted to share with you guys. Hi, how's everybody doing? So the title is true, but there's a piece of it that I'm going to share with you. So I stopped drinking Shakeology for 3 months. I had not been drinking it for the past 3 months, but there's a reason why, and there's a reason why I'm now drinking it again. But I wanted to share with you guys because the results, I guess, have been like mind-blowing. So, I've always had stomach issues. Like a lot of you guys know I've had I don't have it now, but I used to have an eating disorder, binge eating, and bulimia. So I was constantly messing with my stomach, either stretching it out completely or constantly throwing up food, which is absolutely awful for your stomach. So before that, which developed when I was like 21, before that, I had never had any kind of issues like that. So I kind of just completely destroyed the inner lining of my stomach. So I just started having a lot of stomach issues. I've been to doctor after doctor after doctor trying to figure out, hey Laura, figure out what the heck has been wrong with my stomach. So I finally found this holistic doctor. And I went and I met with him, and we were talking about like my diet, and like I got a lot of tests done, and like all these things. We're trying different digestive enzymes and all of this. So during this time, when you're trying to figure out stuff with your stomach, you have to kind of do an elimination diet. So a lot of you guys may have tried it if you maybe wanted to try something with like gluten or something else. When you do like a really big like elimination type of diet, you kind of have to remove everything and then slowly introduce everything back in. So when I met with him, I was talking to him about, how, I eat pretty much paleo, but I do drink Shakeology, and Shakeology is not exactly 100% paleo, but it's the only thing that, like, I'm willing to consume because I know it's done so many amazing things for me. But I always trusted in my heart and believed, like, yes, it was Shakeology, like it had to have been, like, I just feel so good. But I never necessarily went a time without it to prove, to be like, hey, I knew I was right the whole time. It really was Shakeology. So, I had been drinking it for 3.5 years, and then I was, telling him about this. So he was like, well, you're gonna have to stop drinking it just because not that he was saying it was bad in any way, shape, or form. That definitely wasn't it. He was just like, we have to like remove things and see like, as we add them in, what you're sensitive to and what you're not. So I was like, oh my God, what if I drink Shakeology and then I put it back in and like I can't drink it? Like it wouldn't, even if it would be that case, it wouldn't be bad for other people. It'd just be my specific like stomach issues. Cause like every doctor I've been to has been like, I've never heard of any of like the issues that you have. Like if you tried all these things, like something should have fixed it. And I've tried everything. So basically I'm like some weird anomaly. But I was like, you know what? I'm in this for the long haul. This whole health and fitness journey is not some quick fix or like, you do something for a month and then you're done with it. So I was like, you know what? I'll try it out. I'm really nervous about not drinking it. Not that I use it as a crutch, because I always say, Shakeology is not a weight loss shake. It is not a protein shake. It is filled with amazing superfoods. It's, it's not filled with soy or any of those artificial flavorings or any of that kind of crap. But it was created to help heal your body from the inside by fueling it with superfoods. So I was like, when people say like, oh, I don't want to drink Shakeology because I don't want to have to use it as a crutch. I don't use it as a crutch. If you were to take a multivitamin, the multivitamins that you go buy in the store, the one a day women's or one a day men's or one a day 50 plus, whatever you're using, if you're using a multivitamin, you're just adding that to supplement your diet. You need your vitamins. Would you consider that a crutch? No. Shakeology is my multivitamin, and it's my multi-superfood dimin. So I know that was dumb. I was trying to be funny and it wasn't. But I don't use it as a crutch. I use it to like just inject my body with the most healthiest foods ever. Because another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the reason why we love Shakeology, even though people are like, well, I don't want to have to drink my foods and I don't want to have to, I want to eat whole foods. So do I. But one, I'm a busy person. Two, the way the earth is, the nutrients in the soil, they're nowhere near how they were way back then, and especially in the United States. So you can go and buy tomatoes from New Jersey, and they're going to give you some nutrients, but the superfoods that we get are from all over the country, or all over the world, with nutrients in soil that haven't been completely destroyed by pollution. So I'm getting that too. So anyway, back to, I know I kind of went off on a tangent. So the doctor was like, you're going to have to cut it out, and then you can introduce it back and see how you feel. Because it cut a bunch of other stuff out, too. I cut out alcohol for a while. I'm back to drinking alcohol now, but, like, I found an alcohol that's, you know, a little bit better for me. Ciroc, being that it's from grapes and not grains. Because there's gluten-free, but there's not necessarily grain-free. But anyway, so I was like, okay. So I went, the first month I went without it, I was, like, going insane. Like, I was like, because it's so convenient for me. I was having it for lunch, and I was like, I have to actually buy lunch things. Because people are always like, Shakeology is so expensive, and I'm like, if you actually tried it out, it saves me money because I don't have to buy because it replaces a meal. I don't have to buy any lunch things. Like I literally just buy breakfast foods and pack those to work, so I don't need to buy lunch stuff and dinner. I literally don't need anything for lunch besides Shakeology and like snacks and stuff like that. So the first thing, I was just going crazy, and I missed it. I got sick I think after the first month, I got sick and was sick. I've been sick this entire time. Now, like I told you, I've started drinking it again and feel so much better. Like, it makes me want to cry thinking about it. I was sick for almost the entire period of time that I wasn't on it. Because it's just been, like, I literally, again, drinking Shakeology for 3 years. Hi Jess. Yay! But, I was drinking it for 3.5 years, and during the whole period of time of me drinking Shakeology, I never got sick. Like, ever. Or even when I did, it was like, you know, I had a cold for maybe 3 or 4 days. Most people, when they get sick, are sick for like 2 weeks. This period of time where I wasn't drinking Shakeology for like 3 months, I literally was like so stuffed up, like constantly had a cough, just didn't feel myself. I did not have any energy. And it wasn't like the next day it just started doing that, but my body was so used to being fueled with these amazing superfoods, and I'm still eating a healthy diet. And again, it's not a crutch. It's just because this stuff is powerful, like really, really, really powerful. Like and people can say what they want about it. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with them. I'm just going to know that I'm continuously fueling my body and making my body so much more healthier. But so being sick was the one thing that was like, okay, again, never really got sick, but of course didn't drink Shakeology for 3 months because of this whole elimination diet that I had to try. I got sick. Another thing that completely blew my mind that I knew was always the truth, but I never really had like actual proof besides like, hey, I feel better type of thing. But the 3 months that I stopped drinking Shakeology, well, rewind back. A lot of you guys know I have PCOS. I'm Jennifer, yeah, oh my god, love Whole Foods. But I have PCOS, and before I started drinking Shakeology, I didn't get a period. Sorry if there's any guys on here. I didn't get a menstrual cycle for 2 years. From 15 to 21, it was always like all over the place. And then later I found out it was because of PCOS, which my doctor told me was because I took birth control for so long, which a lot of people think you're just born with PCOS, which you can be. But he told me after doing my blood work and just like going through my history, he thinks that probably, I mean, he can't say 100% sure, but he would say without a doubt that my PCOS was caused by birth control. A lot of women I've heard of getting, PCOS from the HPV vaccine, which I also got as well. But anyway, again, off on another tangent. But so I didn't get a menstrual cycle for 2 years. 2 years after I stopped taking birth control because my body was still so messed up. So I took birth control from like 15 to 21 and then stopped taking it. And from like 21 to 23 or whatever, I'm not exactly sure of the exact time, I literally didn't get a single period at all for 2 years straight. And some other doctors, some of the doctors I was going to were saying it was normal. It's like good to not have a period, which is just like, whatever. I'm not even going to go into that. But once I started drinking Shakeology, after about 3 months of drinking it, because this isn't something that you just drink for a month and then you're done. It's a multivitamin. You're supposed to drink it every single day for the rest of your life because it's fueling my body with basically a super powerful multivitamin. So after about 3 months, because I gave it some time, because my body didn't get that way after just a month, so I'm not going to give up after a month. So 3 months went by, I started getting a normal period. It wasn't always on the exact same date every single month, but it started to happen. I mean, I got a period for the first time in 2 years. I was like bawling my eyes out. So I started getting a period, and then finally, like after a while, and like, you know, obviously clean eating, because it's not just about Shakeology, I started getting one every single month at the same exact day, at the same, almost the same exact time of that day, the date of the month, like normal. But you want to know what happened when I had to do this elimination diet? The past 3 months, my period has been all over the place for the first time in 3.5 years. And what was the only thing that I changed? Drinking Shakeology. So, don't tell me that Shakeology is just some weight loss thing or it's just some protein thing. And I realize that a lot of people don't want to spend the money, but it's only because a lot of you guys don't see the value in it. You don't see the value in it, which I totally understand. A lot of women will go get their hair, you know, when I go get my hair done, sometimes I pay like $180 to get my hair done, but it's because I see value in it. Other women want to buy shoes or whatever else. It's not, a lot of times it's not that people don't want to spend the money in that, because again, like I said, it saves me money. It's like adding $28 a week to your grocery bill. That's it, $28. And you're taking out all the other food items that you're buying. If you're drinking it for breakfast, you don't have to buy eggs and bacon and veggies. You don't have to do that, at least for breakfast. So don't tell me that it's just, you're going to compare it to Vega 1 protein. Like, I'm not bashing people that are drinking that. I know it's great, but it isn't even the same playing field. Like, they're not in the same neighborhood. They're not in the same zip code. They're not in the same country. Like, this stuff is potent, and it is legit, real deal. Like, and it proved it right there. I didn't drink Shakeology for 3 months because I had to do this elimination thing. I've been drinking it for probably about, like, I don't know, maybe close to 2 weeks now. I'm like, I already feel better. The sickness that I had for the entire time went away in like 2 days. And in a few days, hopefully, again, sorry guys if you're on here, I don't really care. I want to see if my period goes back to normal. It might not, just because again, I've only been drinking it for 2 weeks. It might take a little bit for my, you know, my period to get back to normal. But it was crazy. Like, I went like from getting it every month, every day, right around the 22nd to, I didn't get it to the 27th one month. I got it on like the 14th the next month. And then the other month, it was like, I got it for like 3 days, and then it disappeared for like 3 days and then came back again. And my cramps were awful. My cravings were awful. Like, so many things that just proved to me how freaking amazing this stuff is. This is like, it just blows my mind that people aren't willing to give it a try. And again, I know it's not just so easy, because a lot of us who are coaches, we were skeptical as well. But it's my job to not show up to try to sell you something. I'm not doing this live video to sell something. I am doing this live video to show people that this stuff can potentially be life-changing for you. I've had tons of people, and not just me, but other coaches too, women who haven't been able to get pregnant drinking Shakeology and fueling their bodies with these superfoods that your body has never even seen before. Like, go ahead and like go to Whole Foods and buy a bunch of maca powder and all that stuff, but you still won't be able to get the superfoods that are in this thing. And they've been able to get pregnant now because of it. And I'm not saying, you know, I have to say a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not saying you're going to drink Shakeology and you're going to get pregnant, but there's potential in this for more than just weight loss, guys. This is not about weight loss. There's so much lacking in the world right now when it comes to, you know, nutrients and the soil and just the pollution and everything like that. This is giving you something that no matter how healthy you eat, you will never be able to get on this level of nutrition. And I still eat my meals. I still eat breakfast. I still eat dinner. I still eat snacks. But Shakeology is something that I add to it. And I do not use it as a crutch. It is my multivitamin. It's my multi-superfood. And I feel better. Like, I started drinking it. I'm starting with half a scoop just because, again, a lot of times people do drink Shakeology and like, oh, I have like a stomach ache. One, again, it's really potent, so sometimes it can just kind of do that to you. So you want to start maybe with just like half a scoop and work your way up to it. Your body will adjust, I promise. A lot of people experience like headaches and stuff like that. Again, because this stuff is so potent, it's detoxing your body. And again, it's seeing superfoods and these nutrients and these multivitamins and all this stuff that it has never seen before. All these antioxidants, it's seeing all your body's like basically being opened up to a new world. And, you know, now it's like, wow, whoa, okay, like, I never saw this before, and it's kind of just like detoxing and everything like that. Oh, sorry, Facebook's giving me a bunch of these videos. But anyway, so I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. So I am back to drinking Shakeology. I feel so much better. My digestion is back to normal, because again, I was the kind of person that either like I could Again, I never care. I'm TMI. I could poop like 10 times in a day, or I couldn't poop for like 2 days. It's starting to get back to normal. Even again, that's something that I saw right away. The whole like other stuff, maybe not so much. Energy is something right away, but even my digestion after drinking it for about like 2 weeks now already feels back to normal. So that's my little story of kind of why I stopped drinking it, why I started drinking it again, and yeah. So like I said, this isn't necessarily a video for me to try to sell anything, because yes, in theory, if you decided you wanted to try Shakeology, you would buy it, but I don't promote it because I just simply want to make money. I promote it because I have gotten text messages and phone calls from women in my groups bawling their eyes out like, I just got my period for the first time. And that gives them hope to potentially, get pregnant. Now, just because you're getting your period doesn't mean that you're ovulating, but a lot of times it can. But again, fueling this or fueling your body with these superfoods can do so many amazing things for your body that it heals it from the inside out, and then it makes your body click on all cylinders when it comes to your immune system and all your, the endocrine system, like everything, literally everything, because it helps with hair, skin, nails, all that stuff. That's when everything clicks, and then that's when the weight can fall off, and you can get a normal period, or you can actually poop for the first time in like a week. You know what I mean? So that's why this thing is not about weight loss, guys. It's about fueling your body or healing your body from the inside out, so everything else will eventually start to click. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you have an awesome Monday. I appreciate you all so much for hanging out with me. If any of you guys have any questions about Shakeology or you want to know more about it, please message me.